Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Me Driving to Work. I am your host slash chauffeur, BHCxDark. Name is down there in the corner. As always, you can follow along on YouTube and Facebook at the Black Hood Crew, and then you can follow along at my name directly on Twitch, Twitter, Steam, Trovo, TikTok, Instagram. The last two, no live capabilities through Restream yet. Hopefully one day in the future. Today is Tuesday, September 27th of 2022, and I'm on my way to work on this miserable looking day. There's no blue. You either get two shades of gray, light gray and dark gray. Do not pay attention to those. Spam accounts constantly, apparently they love my channel. On my way to work, miserable day, no blue in the sky, literally just light gray and dark gray. That's it. And it's actually raining right now. Not a hard rain, but earlier it was rain. Right now, a little on the light side. Still taking an umbrella because you have to. Yeah, if this is how it looks here with no direct hit from the storm, the people on the West Coast are screwed. Hopefully they're doing okay. Again, if you are on the West Coast, do what you got to do. Either prepare or bunker down, whatever you need to do, because these storms are not to be played with. I know there's the whole mentality that Floridians don't give a damn about storms and hurricanes unless it's like Cat 3 and above. That's mostly true for people on the East Coast. West Coast people, these are people that live on the Gulf of Mexico, don't see storms of that intensity often, if at all, sometimes. So, dude, are you serious? Everybody always wants to turn on my damn stream. I'm sitting there waiting. Anyway, yes, people on the west coast of Florida. We're talking about Naples area, Tampa, borderline Gainesville type of issue. Like, we're talking about people on that side of Florida. Do not regularly get storms like this. In fact, most times they get bypassed. But this time with this storm, we're the ones that get bypassed here on the East Coast, and the West Coast is the one that's getting jacked up. They don't often have to deal with it, but this time they do. So hopefully they're able to get out of this. Hopefully they're able to get through it, not out of it, through it. I actually know people that live over there. So hopefully they've made the necessary preparations. Hopefully they've done what needs to be done in order to basically weather the storm, get through it, and survive. I actually received notification earlier today that my children's school in Orlando is officially closing down, canceling all extracurricular activities starting tomorrow for the rest of the week. So that means they're expecting, roughness. And I don't blame them. All projections have it completely bypassing South Florida, East Coast South Florida, Southeast Florida. messing up the West Coast and then turning inwards right around that Central Florida area. That's not good. Not good at all. So the only thing we can do is get in contact with those people we know and care about living on the West Coast. And for everyone and for everyone to just hope they come out of this better. I would say hope and pray, but I'm not a religious person in the slightest. In fact, I'm an atheist. So, yeah, come on. Yeah, so I don't believe in God at all, but one can still hope. Maybe not necessarily pray, but still hope and make actual decisions and do actual things that will help people, such as getting in contact with people and ask them, check to make sure they are okay. Split on right off. Little thing right here. So yeah, if you are religious, by all means, pray if that's a thing that you do. Otherwise, actually do something. Get up, get around. So anyway, get in touch with those people. Let them know. Tell them, be ready, be prepared. Do whatever it is they need to do to get through this. Because this is going to be rough. Not going to lie. Because again, the people that this storm is going to, are again, people who don't normally see storms of this intensity. They don't see, big tropical storms. They don't see hurricanes in categories above 1, if that. They usually deal in the occasional thunderstorm, as we always do. And that's basically it. So, again, get in contact with those you care about and see how you can help them. See how you can, if you're able to accommodate them, tell them to come on this side. Come to the east side. If not, then just make sure they have everything they need. And that post-storm, this is after the storm, get in contact with them again. Make sure they are okay afterwards. Make sure they have everything they need to be able to recover afterwards. And if that means actually hopping in your car and going out to see them, make sure, hey, you have everything you need. Bring them supplies if they need it. Then yeah, do that. Because the only way we're ever going to get out of this in a positive manner is if we stick together, we help each other. And that's not just a storm. I'm talking about just life in general. Because we're not going to get out of it alive. We don't. That's just the circle of life. Eventually it's going to end. But how would you rather your life end? How would you rather your life end? Lonely, miserable, no friends, no family, no one you can call, no one you can talk to? Or would you rather have a life where people would actually want to be in contact with you, where people would actually want to be there for you in your times of need? This is one of those times where, there might be people that just need a hand, a person to just show up and be like, hey, you all right? Hey, all good? And that's it. Extend a helping hand. It costs literally nothing to just be a good, decent person. It costs zero nada. It costs you nothing to be a good, decent human being. To just treat another person with some dignity and respect. It costs nothing. Zero. Not 1 cent, not a pence, not a real, not a sterling, nothing. Zero nada. To just be a decent person. It's not going to kill you either. Like, it's definitely 100% guaranteed not to kill you. To just be a decent person. To just go out into the world and just view another person and some of the stuff that they're going through with a little bit of compassion. Just go, hey, you know what? This person that is, going through stuff, how can I help? What can I do so I can make their life just a little bit better? Because I would definitely advise doing the opposite, trying to make someone else's life worse. No, just talking about the storm that's going to hit the West Coast, Ian. I know people out there, and get in contact with people that you know out there. Make sure they're okay prior to the storm, and then after the storm. Costs nothing to be a decent human being. Which is true. It literally costs nothing to be a decent human being. So yeah, the most you can do is actually take action. Don't just hope and pray. Get up and do something about it. Get up and tell them. Get up and help them. If they need help. Sometimes people don't need your assistance. And that's okay. Sometimes it is perfectly okay to extend assistance to someone in need. And it's better for have them to tell you, you know what? I got this. And you go, hey, no problem. And that's it. And that's perfectly fine. Again, not going to kill you to do that. Not going to kill anybody to just say, all good? What's up? How can I help? Do you need help? That's it. Sometimes people don't need help, and that's okay. It is perfectly okay to say, do you need any help? Is there any way I can help? And have them tell you, no, I'm cool, I got this. And that's it. Doesn't need to be more than that. Doesn't need to be more than that. People slowing down. It's not even raining. Like, I have the windshield wipers on mostly because people are, through driving, their wheels kick up the water that's already on the ground into the air and into the windshield of the car behind them. Like, it's literally not even raining right now. But It is what it is here in South Florida, Sunshine State. Oh yeah, gotta be ready for these things. There's a person on TikTok whose videos I see every so often, and this guy is tried and true, straight Florida. Yeah, I hate it when they do that too, especially when there are people that need it more. Like, come on. But yeah, no, I was able to get everything I needed a while ago. Hell, there's even stuff I didn't need, and I didn't even bother. Because again, I pay attention. Like, I'm not one of these people who loses their godforsaken mind whenever something like this happens. I don't, because I know what it is. I've been through enough of these types of storms, some worse than others, to be like, you know what? I'm good. I don't need to go and lose my mind, even though I never do that. You know, the one of my roommates was able to snag a couple cases of water, more than enough. So the only people that ever lose their minds out here are usually old folks or new transplants from either further north of Florida or literally out of Florida. Relax. As long as you take appropriate precautions, you're going to be okay. We're all going to be okay if you just do simple, logical things. But no, people buy into that pandemic mentality. Oh, well, what if I can't get this, or what if I can't get that? If nobody panics, everything's going to be fine. But people panic, and that's when you see the stupidity. That's when you see people losing their godforsaken minds. A storm like this is no sweat. Again, I am South Florida grown, South Florida raised. I was around for Hurricane Andrew. I've been around for more hurricanes than most people can say. I don't sweat it. Doesn't bother me. Yeah, I still make appropriate, preparations, but I don't lose my godforsaken mind, which is what way too many people are doing right now. Even for a storm that it's not coming. It's not coming for us. Literally every projection, both in this country and in others, have this storm completely bypassing southern Florida. The most we get is literally what we're getting right now. Just rain. Maybe a little bit more than usual. That's it. If anything, I would say get an extra case of water, and if you're able to still, take it to somebody on the West Coast, Take it to somebody, family, friend, or whoever, someone that lives on the West Coast. Take it to them. Because they'll need it more than we will here. And again, I don't understand this whole pandemic mentality. The whole world's on fire. You got to do everything you can to snatch up all that you can. Not because you actually need it, but because you think you might need it. That's not enough for me. That's not enough for me. I need to prepare accordingly. And sometimes that means just thinking. Yeah, but you have store shelves empty here in like Miami-Dade Broward, Palm Beach County. And the storm's not coming there. Like, that's the thing that kills me. This storm isn't coming here. And yet, people are losing their godforsaken minds as if this was like a Category 5 hurricane coming straight here. And it's not. It might be a 2, maybe a 2, when it passes. And where it's passing is on the West Coast, like the West Coast. Like, we're talking about at least 200 miles out of our way. Like, again, prepare accordingly, but just don't lose your godforsaken mind over it. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, hopefully people were able to prepare as best they could. I'm more worried about those people on the West Coast, not necessarily us, because we're good. We're good. The most we're going to get is literally what you see right now is some heavy rain. And as long as you're smart about that, you're going to be fine. And again, usually it's old people and recent transplants that lose their godforsaken minds. And then what do you do with all the stuff you bought that you didn't use, but only because you thought you might need it? Now it's sitting there in the house, sitting there for, an unknown amount of time, when it could have gone to someone who actually needed it. Family of 4 doesn't need 8 cases of water. Hell, a family of 4 doesn't even need 4 cases of water. Exactly. Even if it does pick up strength, which in all likelihood it might, because the Gulf is good for that. It's happened before. But again, we're not going to get affected here in Southeast Florida. The actual South Florida that people recognize, Miami-Dade, Broward, Palm Beach counties, are literally being passed over by this thing, which is fine. Even if it was coming this way, we're used to it. These 3 counties are used to being bombarded with these rough tropical storms and hurricanes, sometimes multiple times a year. This is normal for us. That is not normal for the West Coast. It's not normal for Naples. It's not normal for Tampa. This is not a regular thing for them. So, yeah, those are the ones that need the help. The people on that side, they need the help. They need the preparation. They need the supplies. They need the hopes and prayers. They're the ones that are going to need all the help that they can get. So, yeah. Again, like, those are the people that are the ones that are going to need the help. So, yeah, I'm not saying that, I'm not saying don't prepare, don't do things to get ready, but at the same time, like, keep an eye on projection maps, keep an eye on the news, keep an eye on your local, radio stations, news stations. Pay attention to the meteorologists and just plan accordingly. Don't over prepare, but also don't underdo it. Think for a second and just do what needs to be done without causing a panic, without causing problems for other people. When you start hoarding stuff, you start snatching stuff off the shelves, you may think you're trying to do the right thing for yourself, but now you're causing problems for others. Now others cannot prepare. Others don't have the supplies they need. Why would you do that? You know, like, it's not going to kill you to think of others, and that's where the conversation that kind of ended up when it comes to being a good person is sometimes thinking of others helps you just have a good life. Even if it's something simple as, you know what, maybe let me not grab that extra case of water. Let me not grab that extra bit of supplies. Because in reality, do I really need it? Think. That's it. Gotta think. All right, so it is my time. I gotta start getting ready. Water's starting to come down, so I gotta get the umbrella out. Thankfully, always have one ready. We're gonna go ahead and cut the stream out here. We'll be back tomorrow night, Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Apex Wednesdays. I will be playing Apex Legends online, and hopefully I'll do better this time than I did last time because I absolutely got massacred last time. Absolutely. So yeah, we will see. So until then, 9 p.m. tomorrow night. Tune in here on the channel for the Black Hood Crew on YouTube and Facebook, and then my name directly on Twitch, Twitter, Steam, Trovo, TikTok, Instagram. Until then, be safe, be smart, and be excellent to each other.